In this video, I'm going to continue with energetic prayer. Energetic prayer is when you pray on a spirit level. We are used to pray with our mouth on the physical level. And don't get me wrong, that's powerful also. But to pray on the spirit level, that is more intense. And what I mean is, when you pray on a spirit level, you give off shocks to your environment. It goes like this. Before Adam fell, he used to communicate with God directly through his mind. And he would get answers instantly. And when he communicated with Eve, Eve could be somewhere at the edge of the Garden of Eden. Adam would have been somewhere completely different. They had no mobile phones, they had no cell phones, nor WhatsApp, nor any of that. How they do it? Energetically. Adam would just meditate on his wife, and the wife would sense, my husband wants me to be there. And Adam's energetic attraction would pull Eve towards him. So our first parents communicated on an energetic level. Some would call it telepathy, but it's not really that they could reach each other's mind, but on an energetic level, they were able to give signals to one another, and they were even able to locate one another. Now, human beings still have that design in us, but we can only use it with a backup. For example, let's say that you want to have more money, you want to higher cash flow. In the world, they teach you this. They teach you what they call the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction is not really a law, because in paganism, they make things into laws, because in paganism, it's all about the cycles of the universe. So they make up laws for you to hold on to. But what the law of attraction really is a human being making use of their energetic abilities without the proper backup from the Holy Spirit. That's what it is. And let me tell you how that goes. Because a lot of people have been exposed to the law of attraction, which is pagan, and it's also dangerous. Now, I'm telling you that the law of attraction is a counterfeit of the real. Energetic prayer is the real, the law of attraction is the cheap counterfeit. In both cases, you as a spirit being, with your mind, you communicate with the environment. That's an ability you have as a human being. But in energetic prayer, you are connected to the Holy Spirit. Therefore, when you communicate with the environment around you energetically, the Holy Spirit is your cover. In the law of attraction, there is no protection, but demons generate an artificial layer above your energy skin. And this artificial layer hinders negativity from coming near you. So it's a type of protection that works, but it's not real protection, it's only relief. So let me give an example. Let's say you have a believer and you have a pagan. The pagan uses the law of attraction, which is a counterfeit, and the believer operates in energetic prayer. Let's say that both want a wife. Okay, I'm just using an easy example here. The believer that walks by faith, who's renewed in his mind, knows that the purpose of his sexual strength is to glorify Christ. So when he focuses his energy on finding a wife, he is clear and specific. Okay, he's not specific about how she looks, whether she has a nice booty, nice legs, all that. I'm not talking about that. He knows I want a safe female to glorify Christ with. So when he, as a male spirit being, when he centers his energetic emissions inwardly, that means his energy field becomes like a magnet, and his mind is focused on releasing sexual energy. What happens? He becomes a sexual magnet. But because he has the cover from the Holy Spirit, only the safe type of females are drawn to him. That's energetic prayer, right over there. So the male energy field is heavy, and when you mentally focus inward with your energetic emissions, you become a magnet. And depending on what you're thinking about, that is what you are drawing or causing around you. You get it? So when the believer does this, there may be hundreds of women walking around, but if most of them are toxic, it has an opposite effect. They're now frightened of this believer walking around because the believer has his attraction working in his energy field, but it's backed up by the Holy Spirit, and only safe females can pass through the firewall. All the unsafe ones feel burnt by his intense attraction, and they flee. That's the protection from the Holy Spirit. It's the male believer operating in his energetic ability, backed up by the Holy Spirit. Let's say now you have a pagan, and he wants a wife also, but he's thinking in patterns and cycles. He's thinking in opposites with his black and white thinking. He'll do it, but he doesn't have the backup from the Holy Spirit. So anytime he focuses his energetic emissions inwardly and he becomes like a magnet, evil spirits are activated. Because evil spirits now realize, there's a man who made himself an energetic magnet. And then evil spirits come near and say, he has this sexual emission at the same time. That means he wants a woman. Because demons can sense and decode the energy. They don't have to reach your mind. They can sense the energy and they can guess. And 99% of the time, demons have it correct. They have thousands of years of experience. So now you have this pagan who's doing this. But he has no backup. So eventually he'll be exhausted. So what do demons do? Demons now assist him without him asking for it. And he doesn't have to ask for it because he doesn't follow Christ. So now that pagan's walking around, his energy field is magnetic, so it attracts people from the opposite sex. But there is no filter. So it can be that you have a Jezebel there, a female who's a sociopath. She's a cluster B mess, and she feels this heavy masculine attraction, and she goes off at it. And when he encounters a woman that fits his physical expectations, because he's more focused on the physical, he thinks, the law of attraction worked. And later, he has plagues. Later, he has tragedies, because the type of female he attracted to him is the type of female that will become his doom. That's how it goes. When you're not linked to the Holy Spirit, you have no real protection. So any type of spirituality that you will enact without being connected to the Holy Spirit, you will be involved with demonic spirits. That's the only thing that's left. That does not mean that you are a devil worshiper instantly because of that, but demons get a hold on you. And remember, demons don't need you to speak your mind. They can sense the emissions that come out of you, and they can guess. 99% of the time they're right, they can guess what's going on. So the law of attraction is a cheap counterfeit of energetic prayer. And this is what Satan has done. Satan has introduced this cheap counterfeit to the world, but Satan never gives a context. Satan never tells them that as a human being, whether you're male or female, you need an energetic backup, and that the only energetic backup that will be safe for you is Christ himself. Satan will never tell that. Satan will tell you that you are Christ because you are Christ consciousness. Satan will tell you to rely on yourself, and that's not possible as a human being, not even on a physical level. So, when you attempt energetic prayer outside of Christ, which is what they call the law of attraction, you are inviting, not on purpose because you're not aware of it, but that's what happens. You are inviting evil spirits to assist you in your human needs. I don't care what needs they are. So by doing that, you are entrusting and employing evil spirits. Because those evil spirits are homeless entities wandering around till the day Christ returns and dumps them in the lake of fire. And by you operating in any type of spirituality outside of Christ, you are employing them. And when you employ them, they will work for you. And they will work very quickly to convince you that you don't need Christ. And that's how they keep you trapped in negativity. And now they'll use you to hinder others from doing God's will. So energetic prayer is when you use your own energy field to impact your environment. I've used the example in this video of two men, one a believer, one is a pagan, that want a wife, both of them want a wife, and they both use their energy fields. One is a believer, so he's renewed in his mind, so he knows what's up, therefore he's safe. The other one has no safety whatsoever, and he only attracts danger. Let's say you're a female, and you have children, and you want to have a house, another home for you and your children, because you want your children to live in a good neighborhood. You can have a witch, and here you have a female believer. The witch will do her weird rituals with menstrual blood or with candles, or whatever she's doing, and that fractures her energy field, which enables demons to enhance the energy field with an artificial layer. And this artificial layer gives her a dominant presence wherever she goes. And this dominant presence, it feels quite intimidating onto others because there's an artificial layer on her energy field. Others will see that it's a female, so it's a soft being, but they get this dominant sense coming from her. And now she enters a bank, asks for a loan, for a mortgage, all of that. And because she has this dominant presence with her, people help her out. Say, yes, ma'am, we can do that. She can even use that to step on men. And men are confused by what they have in front of them, and men do what she wants. That's how she can even use sex magic to get money from men. And she'll be able to get a house for her and her kids. But of course, there are side effects coming, you get it. Here you have a female believer who operates in line with her design, how Christ designed her. And the female believer rejoices in the Lord, and she decrees and declares his promises, and she visualizes those promises. She's not a man, so she has no energetic, she has no magnetic abilities as a spirit being, because she's a woman. But if she operates in line with how Christ designed her, eventually it will work out that her and her children are fine. So energetic prayer is when you communicate to your environment in line with Christ to influence the environment for the good. That's energetic prayer. The world has a counterfeit, which they call the law of attraction. They also call it with other words. The counterfeit will always draw side effects, fatal side effects to you. Always. But energetic prayer, the rational, there is no side effect in it. So yes, you are a spirit being. You have an energy field. The female energy field is different than the male energy field. The male energy field has a magnetic ability that the female energy field doesn't. In the paranormal, demons give women an artificial layer when they are involved in witchcraft, which will give them a type of masculine vibe when they appear somewhere. This dominance that they carry with them. And that will frighten people, so then it appears as if they have an energetic attraction, which they don't. Males have energetic attraction, females don't. Remember that. Males have energetic attractions, females don't. The moment you see a female where it appears as if she has energetic attraction, is demonic. Males have energetic attraction. I want to say this before I continue with this series about energetic prayer. Remember, the law of attraction is a cheap counterfeit. Don't fall for it. I pray with Christ.